In this video I'm going to take a look at how we might create a vent using the fastening feature. I'm going to start off here by drawing a disc. Most likely a lot of the blenders will have kind of circular shapes, so start by drawing the top plane and draw a circle. Not really too bothered about my sizes here, just as long as I create a disc, and I'll give it a bit of depth, maybe 4mm. So a lot of the blenders, like I said, will most likely be kind of discs. So that's what I'm going to look at here, how you might use it, and the depth of 4mm. So go back to my sketch here. I want to sketch on the top of this disc, and I'm just going to throw in a few random circles in here. Might be handier ways of drawing this here, but I'm just going to put a size in the first one. I'm going to offset it then, so whatever size, maybe 12 or 15mm, 12mm, and offset it, and repeat that offset for whatever number of I think they're called spars in this here, but I'm going to call them ribs. And keep repeat the offset, so 6mm is what I'm using here. There's no reason why you couldn't use uneven sizes or for a bit of variety in this. And once I have these created, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to set in a few construction lines. So handy one is just a quarter divisions. In fact, I think anyway, in this you can actually use full lines. It doesn't have to be construction lines, but it'll still pick up the construction lines anyway. And I'm going to take a central division of 45 degrees. I'm sure there's plenty other ways it might be quicker in doing this here. I'm going to mirror it across the center line, and I'm going to mirror the two to the other side. When using the feature, then the way it picks it up, if it was one continuous line, it picks it up in a straight line element, but it still works anyway. So there we have our rings of what we want to make our vent, and division lines that are along these here. I think they're called spars. So we'll go pick from the fastening feature, and I picked the boundary, which is the outside of the sketch. You can see it's picking it up on the face. I'm picking these as my ribs. Maybe it's supposed to be the other way, but I can pick up as many as I want. There's two dimensions you can see here. 5mm is the width. You can see there now I've changed it to 3. It leaves it very, very easy to manipulate as you go on. If you're not happy with the sizes when you change them, it'll pick up on that. Very, very useful. And we'll look at the other dimension in a few seconds. It's easier to see then when the whole thing is done. So 3 is what I'm going with. And the spars then, which I think are really supposed to be ribs, but it works anyway. So I'm going to pick each of these, and again I can change the size of them. It's the second dimension that you see here for the depth. So whatever, you can check out your set different types of sizes. You can see that I've omitted the center one there, but I'm changing the size on these here now, and when we flick and we move around the disc, you'll see what it's doing on this here. I can actually do a draft as well too on this, which can be a nice enough feature too. So we can close in or narrow in when we have it, and you can see it there on the side, but it's not overly evident, but it's another little feature that's on that there. And when we turn it around to the other side, you can see that the depth through which the grills or the ribs and the spars are going, you can actually adjust the depths of those as well. So we go to that first dimension, and if you increase it or decrease it, you can see the effect that it's actually having on that. It's a nice little feature as well too. And like I said, the one that I missed out on the inside there could actually have been filled with the boundary fill or boundary cut in the middle. But once you adjust those to whatever size you want, you've basically got your vent completed. And for the way that I've drawn it, I suppose if you'd like to see that feature on the bottom or the top of whatever kind of cover plate that you would do, it would depend on what side you would draw it from. And we can apply features or whatever to that there. It looks fairly plain when it's all the same size, so it might be a nice idea to just keep a little bit of a impression in that. Pretty handy, pretty quick. So just to take it another step further, or change it, I'm going to go in and edit this sketch, and I'm going to cut out what I think are meant to be my spars. Like I said, it seems to work for both spars and ribs. It's probably it doesn't seem to matter a whole pile which one you pick. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a spline, and any kind of a shape here at all. I'm just picking a random shape, and I'm going to define that there, rib or spar as the case may be. It's got my sizes on it now. What I want to do now is I want to use the circular pattern, and I can put in as many or as little as I want into that there. Pick the circle for to go around, and pick the number of incidences that I want. I want the arc as well too. That's actually the spline that I want there, and stick in whatever number I want. And it's handy to have the preview on, so it gives you an idea of what you have. And I'll define each of those splines as well. So I'll just select what I want to define here. I'll OK that. And I'll go back to my fastening feature, go put in the vent, pick the boundary again as the outer circle. It's on the face, it's already picked up on that, and then I can make my adjustments to my ribs, spars. And all the same dimensions apply then whatever way you want to increase or decrease those, or how far they go through into the surface. And the fact that it's so easily adjusted gives you plenty of opportunity to pick something that looks pretty decent then, or whatever you're trying to copy or model. The only thing that I haven't really covered there in it is the fill-in boundary, but you can see that inside circle. I could actually complete that as a full circle on the inside, but it seems to work okay as it is there. So, and you can add your appearances and all that to it. So plastic probably, and I'll pick a white gloss here. So pretty handy how to create a vent.